What if I told you that most souls never go straight to heaven? That before entering eternal light, they must walk through a realm of fire, sorrow, and mercy, a place where love burns away sin. The saints called it Purgatory. Not hell, not heaven, but the place in between, where the soul finally becomes pure enough to see God. Tonight, you'll learn what really happens when a soul enters the shadow before paradise and why some remain there for centuries. Chapter 1. The moment after death. The moment the heart stops, silence. No heartbeat, no breath, but something deeper awakens. The soul slips out of the body like a whisper, leaving a room. At first, it doesn't understand what's happening. It looks down, sees the lifeless form lying there, the mouth open, the eyes empty. Then realization hits like a wave. That's me, but I am no longer there. Time freezes. Then a light appears. It's not harsh, it's pure. It pulls the soul gently forward, almost like a memory calling it home. And then comes the most terrifying and beautiful moment of all, the particular judgment. In a flash, the soul sees its entire life, not from its own eyes, but through the eyes of God. Every word, every thought, every moment of kindness, and every hidden sin. Not a single thing is forgotten. No excuses work here. No masks survive. It is not God who condemns. The soul judges itself in the presence of perfect love. And in that love, it realizes what cannot enter heaven. Pride, anger, jealousy, lust, the stains that still cling. The soul doesn't hate God for this. It weeps. It begs, greater than Lord, cleanse me. Make me worthy to see you. And then the light fades slightly, replaced by a softer, golden fire, the gateway to the realm of purification. The soul enters purgatory, not as punishment, but as mercy. Chapter 2. The fire that purifies. It is said there are two fires in eternity, one that destroys and one that redeems. The fire of purgatory is the second kind. Saint Catherine of Genoa said, "The souls in purgatory experience joy and pain equally. The fire burns, but love burns more. This fire is unlike any on earth. It doesn't scorch the skin. It reaches the conscience. It burns through pride, through ego, through every layer of sin that hides the image of God in the soul. Each flame is truth. Each spark is memory. The soul sees the ripple effect of every sin it once dismissed. The angry words that wounded a child's heart. The selfish decision that caused someone's pain. The gossip that poisoned another's reputation. Now, in perfect clarity, the soul feels what the other person felt. The wound it caused becomes its own. But here's the divine mystery. The soul wants this fire. It understands that every second inside this purgatorial flame brings it closer to perfect love. No soul in purgatory curses God. They cry, yes, but with hope. They know that these flames are the last embrace before heaven. Chapter 3. The Voices of the Forgotten. There's a silence in purgatory that is not emptiness, it's waiting. Souls pray without words. They long for one thing, remembrance. Saint Padre Pio once said, "More souls of the dead than of the living climb my stairs for help. These souls come, not in anger, but in pleading. They say, 'Pray for me. Offer Mass for me. Do not forget me,' because they cannot pray for themselves anymore. Their time to merit grace is over. They depend entirely on the prayers of the living. Imagine a soul you loved, or maybe one you never knew, waiting in that misty fire, whispering your name. Every time you pray, every time you say the rosary, every time you light a candle for them, the fire grows softer. St. Gertrude was given a prayer that Jesus himself promised would release thousands of souls. Eternal Father, I offer thee the most precious blood of thy divine Son, Jesus, in union with the masses said throughout the world today for all the holy souls in purgatory. Each time you say it, a door of light opens, and another soul takes its first step toward heaven. They are the forgotten voices, but when they are freed, they never forget you. They become your intercessors, your unseen protectors, and when you die, they will be the first to welcome you home. Chapter 4. The Mercy That Waits. Purgatory is not vengeance. It is divine love disguised as suffering. In heaven, nothing impure can exist. So before the soul enters perfect light, it must pass through perfect justice. The saints called this mercy's fire, because while it feels like punishment, it is love correcting what sin destroyed. Here, the soul learns the true cost of grace. Every sin we take lightly, a small lie, a small pride, a small delay in forgiveness, all must be cleansed. The soul realizes how holy God truly is, and how easily we took his mercy for granted. Yet even in the pain, there is peace. The soul knows its destination. No despair exists here, only longing. The flames burn away the self, until nothing is left but love. And when the final impurity fades, the pain turns into light. The soul feels an immense pull upward, like gravity reversed. Angels descend, the gates of heaven open, and a voice says, "Well done, my child. Enter the joy prepared for you." But for most souls, this takes time. Time measured not in hours, but in hearts purified. This is the mercy that waits. Chapter 5. The Bridge Between Earth and Eternity. There is a hidden bridge between this world and the next. Few see it, yet everyone will one day cross it. Every prayer, every mass, every act of mercy you offer for the dead lays another stone on that bridge. And every sin left unconfessed, every act of pride or neglect makes that bridge tremble beneath your feet. The saints often said, "The living and the dead are not separated. They are two rooms of the same house. When you pray, your voice passes through the veil. When you sin, the echo of it can be felt even beyond death." Imagine a mother in purgatory whose child still lights a candle for her every night. Each flicker of that flame becomes a step closer to heaven. Imagine a soul no one remembers, and a stranger whispers one prayer for them. That single prayer becomes a sunrise after endless night. The bridge stands between mercy and justice, and your prayers are what keep it strong. For one day, you too will cross it, and you'll understand how much every single prayer truly mattered. Chapter 6. The War for the Soul. Every sin leaves a mark. Every act of virtue leaves light. The saints saw this, that when a soul leaves the body, a battle begins. The forces of darkness rise, demanding what they believe belongs to them. The angels stand firm, holding the light of Christ before the soul. The devils accuse, "Greater than this soul belongs to us. It loved sin more than grace." And the angels respond, "But this soul repented. It wept, it prayed, it is marked by mercy." This battle is not fought with swords, but with truth. Every confession, every act of forgiveness, every tear of repentance becomes a weapon in that hour. The soul that lived carelessly finds the journey heavy and dark. The soul that lived in humility finds the path bright and guarded. And yet, even for those who fall, mercy still waits. Christ's wounds remain open until the final day, still pleading, "Father, forgive them, so the war is not lost unless the soul chooses to turn away from light. Chapter 7. The first glimpse of heaven. When the soul at last finishes its purification, something indescribable happens. The flames vanish, the sorrow becomes silence. Then, light. Not light as we know it, not sun or fire, but being itself. It enters the soul like music, like love made visible. And for the first time since its creation, the soul sees God face to face. There is no more fear, no more pain, no more remembering of sin, only infinite peace. Saint Faustina described it like a sea of living love, where every heartbeat praises him. The saints said the smallest soul in heaven shines brighter than the greatest star. And yet, here lies the mystery. Every soul in heaven is different, but none feel lacking. The one who suffered most on earth often shines the brightest. Because the greater the cross, the deeper the light. This is the reward of purification, not punishment, but transformation. The fire of purgatory was never God's cruelty. It was his mercy finishing the masterpiece of your soul. Chapter 8. The souls that return. Some saints were shown souls who briefly return, not as ghosts, but as messengers. They come to remind the living, do not waste your life. St. Gertrude saw them appear as flickers of light. St. Catherine Emmerich saw them in dreams, still clothed in fire, yet filled with hope. And Padre Pio said many souls visited him, asking only one thing. Tell them, purgatory is real. Tell them prayer can change everything. These visits aren't to frighten. They are calls to mercy. The dead cannot warn us through words, so God allows some to do so through mystery. Sometimes, the chills you feel while praying, the sudden urge to light a candle for someone, that might not be imagination. It might be a soul whispering, remember me, the message heaven wants you to hear. At the end of everything, when your eyes close for the last time, it won't be wealth, fame, or success that follows you. It will be your soul, glowing or wounded by the life you lived. Heaven and purgatory are not faraway places. They are the reflections of the choices you make today. So pray for the souls in purgatory and pray for your own. Make peace, forgive, confess, love. Every small act of mercy writes your eternity. Blessed are the merciful, said Jesus, for they shall obtain mercy. One day, that mercy will be the only light guiding you home. If this message touched your soul, like this video to share the prayer. Subscribe to walk with us through more revelations of faith. Click the bell icon so you don't miss what heaven reveals next. And remember, the shadow of purgatory is not despair. It is the last dawn before eternal light.